Hi everybody. So the H-1B season is coming up and we're going to talk about the new H-1B online registration system, all the stuff we know. So stay tuned and I'll see you on the other side. Hi everybody, my name is Jacob Sapochnick and I'm an immigration attorney based in San Diego, California. And in this video, we're going to talk about the new H-1B online registration that is going to be opening up very soon. We'll talk about all the details that we know. But before that, if you're new to our channel, I encourage you to subscribe, click the bell to be notified for new videos that are coming up every week. And also if you're in Instagram, make sure you follow our 2 accounts on Instagram. You can also send us DMs over there, and we'd like to communicate with you either here in the comments or anywhere else we are active on. So I wanted to thank you guys for a lot of the questions you've been sending. In the next few videos, we're also going to be doing videos answering your questions. And so we highly encourage you to post those questions in the comments below. So let's talk about H-1B. And as we know, H-1B filing season is coming up, just like every year. And this year, in 2020, it's going to be very different. So it's the first time in the history of this program that instead of actually allowing employers to file on the 1st of April, like every year, and then wait for the filing date to close as they're starting a lottery, this year, the filing date will be totally different. It's going to be an online registration system where employers are going to have to register, and that online registration system is going to open on March 1st. There's going to be a specific website which will be announced by USCIS, and of course we'll do another video to follow up on the new rules once we know that. But what we know as of now is that a new registration system is going to open on March 1st. US employers are going to be registering before that, and that registration system is going to be open for 20 days, from March 1st, 2020 to March 20, 2020. And during this time, employers are going to be registering the employees that they're going to be interested in filing. And after the registration will be closed, then the USCIS will be selecting those employees that will be eligible to file H-1B visas, and then employers will have 90 days to file those cases. So what do we know so far about this new online registration system? So first, employers can file from March 1st, register people that are going to be working for them as prospective employees. Number 2, these employers are going to be notified by March 31st if they were selected. There is also a registration fee of $10 for each application. Employers will receive a notice, as we said, by March 31st if they were selected. In that notice, they're also going to be notified that they have a window of 90 days as to when to file their H-1B petition. So they're going to have 90 days from the date of the notice of selection to file H-1B petitions for their employees. USCIS will also announce a start date before March 1st when US employers can actually set up their accounts with the government to be able to register and be able to file on March 1st. But before March 1st, they'll announce when employers can actually set up their accounts. So stay tuned for that as well. While the USCIS intends to close the registration on March 20th, it is unclear if they're going to extend that if they don't receive enough applications or they feel that they can handle more. So stay tuned for more notices as to when registration will be extended beyond March 20th. But for the moment, what we know is that they'll close it on March 20th. But again, given the demand of visas from previous years, we know that there's going to be probably more people registering than visas available. So just like in previous years, they'll have a random selection of the registrations, people who registered before March 20th, and of those, they'll randomly select the number of people that can actually file. And again, just like before, they'll select first the regular cap, and then they'll proceed to the master's cap, just like in previous years. And it will be a similar lottery, but instead of doing a lottery from cases filed, they will do a lottery from cases registered. So to summarize, what we know is there's going to be a registration open on March 1st. There may be a date released before when employers can register. There's going to be a cost of $10 to register. We know that there's going to be probably more people applying Then there are visas, so there'll be a random selection, kind of like a lottery. And at the same time, we also know that employers are going to be waiting for instructions as to how to register. Those are also going to be released. What is unknown to us is how all these registrations are going to impact the whole climate of filing. It's only $10, whether big companies are going to be filing multiple applications for many employees, even without the intention to hiring them. We don't know how the government is actually going to create a mechanism to control that. What we do know is that anybody who is selected is essentially forced to file, otherwise there can be some repercussions to the employer for fear of frivolous filings. So, to summarize it, this is going to be a very different H-1B season. We know that there's going to be a lot of confusion in filing, and people are going to make mistakes and may not qualify afterwards. There's only one shot. So we are monitoring the regulations very closely. I will release another video probably in a few weeks when we have more indications as to how this process is going to work. But as of now, this is what we know. Get ready for March 1st this year for registration filing. It is important to seek advice from attorneys before to understand what professions are going to qualify. We know that there's going to be a lot of occupations, like in the marketing, in sales, and many other that are not going to qualify, or if they will, there has to be a different way to kind of how to prepare those cases. We know there's going to be a lot of RFEs, requests for evidence this year, just like last year, so it's important to be prepared. But at the same time, H-1B is a great visa. It's one of the only options to hire foreign workers to help U.S. employers scale and make their business amazing. So hopefully this video was helpful, just to give you the information about the new changes for the H-1B registration program. And please let me know in the comments what other questions you have, confusion, concerns. If you are an employer, happy to call to set up a consultation to discuss your needs for 2020. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.